As a wise woman once said,
Hey, Agent. You ready to see how far down the rabbit hole really goes?
and yes, you guessed it, this new season is all about exploring the ways of the rogues. Y6S Season 3, Burden of Truth, introduces the new global modifier, Rogue Momentum.
It's all about skills, bending the rules, using dirty tactics, and engaging in high-risk, high-reward combat.
This season, we encourage you to be more hostile and use every trick in your arsenal to unlock powerful combat bonuses.
Rogue momentum can be accumulated by eliminating enemies. Standard kills, headshot kills, explosive kills, skill kills, anything goes.
Performing various skills will fill the Rogue Momentum gauge, which has 5 tiers that grant weapon and skill damage, movement speed, reload speed, and other bonuses.
Momentum depletes over time but can be temporarily paused when using pulse or sprinting. Random enemies can be marked as blacklist, and eliminating them will grant a substantial increase in momentum, as well as bonuses to weapon handling and critical hit chance.
Active and passive modifiers in Burden of Truth will also contribute to the main theme of the season, offering various perks such as instantly maxing out your Rogue Momentum and doubling momentum gain through skill kills.
To match your growing momentum, enemies will also become more ruthless and resilient. Frenzy, this season's hostile modifier, will feature increased rate of fire, movement speed, and rapid armor and health regeneration for enemies. Starting with Chapter 3 of the seasonal journey, frenzied hostiles will become more common and powerful as you progress through the season and grow in strength.
Y6S Season 3 brings an array of exciting improvements to the seasonal journey. We are making modifiers the true star of this reworked experience, with season journey tasks now centered around modifier gameplay.
You'll gain access to modifiers earlier than before, allowing you to dive into the season experience right away.
Modifiers will now be earned through the seasonal journey progression instead of priority objectives. Plus, you'll unlock season XP bonuses for having modifiers equipped.
Additionally, season XP will be earned through all open world activities. For example, playing your favorite game modes will now contribute towards seasonal progression.
There's a few improvements coming to the priority objectives as well. Following your feedback, we're removing harder to find activities like elite convoys and territory control, and adding a new daily refill system that fills up your rerolls for free every 24 hours.
This allows you to have up to 3 rerolls in the priority objectives to find the activity that suits you.
Season 3 introduces one of the most anticipated quality of life updates, increased stash space.
50 additional slots will be added for Warlords of New York expansion owners, and 50 slots will be available for Year 1 pass holders.
The stash space obtained on standard characters will also be available to hardcore characters.
Building further on the skills theme to maximize the modifiers, Burden of Truth introduces Shiny Monkey Gear, a new brand set that provides skill efficiency, skill duration, and repair skills. A new gear set called Refractor will boost your skill damage and enhance status effects.
Season 3 brings 3 new exotic items. Exotic collectors can look forward to the new exotic SMG Oxpecker, exotic gloves Exodus, and an exotic backpack, Birdie's Quick Fix, exclusive to the Climax mission. The Oxpecker is a must-have item for all shield players, as it provides shield repairs and slows shield health loss.
The Exodus gloves feature the new talent Smokescreen, which allows you to drop a smoke bomb on armor break, concealing you from enemies in PvE and granting 100% pulse resistance in PvP. Birdie's Quick Fix comes with the Combat Medic talent, offering 50% damage resistance, 50% revive speed, and -50 weakened debuff time.
Players with the Season Pass can gain access to the following premium track rewards: 10 gear dies, 9 weapon skins, 2 outfits, 2 new prestige arm patches.
More than that, players can earn 600 premium credits by progressing through the Season Pass on the premium track. The free track will include 1 outfit and 1 weapon skin, allowing every agent to gear up and stand out in the streets of DC.
But that's not all. Throughout the season, you can look forward to a variety of in-game events. These will include familiar favorites like XP multipliers, along with a new spring project where you can earn new named weapons and other rewards. Additionally, there will be exciting new features like weapon stats and resource boosts. Similar to the last season's Expertise XP event, we're introducing more opportunities to earn extra XP through different game mechanics. For example, earn additional XP in Shepherd ranks by responding to distress calls from other agents, or participate in the Dark Zone XP event, where XP gained from the event will not be lost upon death, preventing you from losing ranks. You can also max out your clan or unlock the weekly Golden Clan cash faster with the Clan XP event.
March is Division Anniversary Celebration month, and this year we've prepared a few surprises you definitely won't want to miss. Stay tuned for our upcoming announcements, agents. We've got plenty in store for you.
Welcome again. If you had a chance to watch the PTS live stream that we had a few weeks back, you probably can already tell what sort of topics we're going to talk about. But of course, we'll talk about the new season itself, about the manhunt. We'll show the trailer for the new season. You already had a chance to have a sneak peek at the key art with our favorite girl, Kelso. Aside from the season itself, we'll talk about PTS changes that followed, and some of the changes you will be already able to see them for yourself tomorrow, because release for the current season is planned for tomorrow, for 25th. We'll also talk about new gear, about new modifiers for this season, and share some things that are coming throughout the season. Twitch drops, our plans for the anniversary, some events, and more. Let's look at the seasonal trailer first.
They never did anything she didn't truly believe was the right thing to do.
She figured out what was really going on, and she tried to warn us. She tried to give us an ally.
Kelso has seen the light. I hope you will too.
She tried to warn us. But we didn't get the message.
It's about Kelso. We are finally gonna, hopefully, get a few answers. As you know, this year we've been trying to collect all the people that were in that van at the end of year 5, season 3. We got Keener, we got Theo. Where the hell is Kelso, and what has she been up to? That's what this season is about.
Yeah, we decided specifically for this stream to not talk about it in detail, to kind of, shroud everything in mystery, because this is what this entire season is about, right? What is the truth? What are we looking for? Let's talk about another big thing that this season is bringing, an array of new modifiers, because with the Seasons 2.0 update, as you know, now every season comes with a new set of modifiers, a new theme for the season, and this seasonal theme is aggressive combat, I would say.
Yeah, it's all about the global modifier that is called Rogue Momentum. And once again, to clarify for the people that haven't been following, this new set of modifier completely replaces the one you've seen this season. So let's say goodbye to the range theme. Now it's time for the aggressive theme. And the idea with Rogue Momentum is that the more aggressive you play, the more momentum you build up, and as that momentum builds up, you get powered up. So it's just a way to reward this kind of play style of like really running to the face of the NPCs and destroying them as fast as you can. When you achieve special feats in how you get rid of them by explosive kills or group kills or these kind of things, you're gonna get more momentum. So it's really about trying to play aggressive but still be mindful of the way you're playing to try to maximize the gain, the momentum of or the gain of momentum. So there's a lot of intricacies in this, but overall it's really just all about running around and destroying things as fast as possible, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, in the first bits of this video, I know it's on repeat, so you will be able to see it again, unless you already had a chance to experience on the PTS. So here it is. So here is a list of bonuses that you can see, and it's actually the 5 tiers that the Rogue Momentum comes with. And as Yannick mentioned, you will be able to build up and actually become more powerful by filling out this gauge.
Mm-hmm. So it's really about RPM, damage, all of that, and then in the modifiers, the active and passive modifiers. So we're going to give you active modifiers that kind of play around with the idea of momentum. One of them maxes out the momentum, one of them pauses the momentum gain. And then with the passive modifiers here, it's a bit more about skills and how do your skills actually benefit from this mechanic. So it's really not just really purely a damage and DPS mindset. There's also, skills are also taken into account here, and there's some, some potentially really fun combos you can build.
We need to mention the hostile modifier as well.
Say a more straightforward approach. In Season 2, we had a set of modifiers, so each one with different effects for the NPCs, and you had to identify who had what. For Season 3, we wanted to have something a bit, as I said, a bit more straightforward, so now there is one modifier. And basically, this modifier is called Frenzy, and it's going to scale depending on how far in your season progression you are. So the further you advance, the more impactful it gets. And that modifier is basically a boost to the NPCs. So as you can see here on screen, depending on your chapter in the season journey progression, the bonus is going to increase, bonus to rate of fire, to the health regen of the NPCs and all of that. So it's really about, once again, identifying the right targets and really just trying to match the NPCs to your power gain as well, so they can still pack a punch against you.
Yeah, and what's interesting about the global modifier this season, from what you just saw on the screen, that pretty much all the active modifiers, almost all passive modifiers, they contribute towards gaining the momentum and keeping the gauge filled. Yeah. But also you need to be aware of the fact that it will deplete over time. Mm-hmm. And of course, there are a way to stop the decay. For example, you can sprint, which would also allow you to be more active out there, out of the cover, be more aggressive towards enemies, put yourself out there. But talking about Seasons 2.0 improvements, and since we started with the Seasons 2.0, I think let's talk about the modifiers and changes that followed. So
with this season now, and based on kind of some feedback we've seen, is what we wanted to do with the modifiers is to actually make it the path to progression, make that a bit clearer, because we had modifiers that were kind of like spread in different directions on how do you unlock them. So one change we decided to do in this with this season is to actually refocus the acquisition of the modifiers. With the season journey, or reconnect it to the season journey. So now you're going to unlock your active and your passive modifiers as you progress on the season journey.
The baseline is that the usage of modifiers should be much more streamlined now. You will get access to them very early on during your seasonal journey, and also extra XP. That is fun.
Talking of XP, I think one change we can mention as well is the fact that we have redistributed the season XP, and the season XP is what allows you to progress your season pass rewards. And so now we brought back season XP on most activities in the game. So now you are able to play whatever you want and still get XP for that. You'll see that we have XP progression connected to every objective now, so it's the same. Like just doing objectives will contribute to your season progression. One change you'll notice here is that you see we have both Chapter 1 and Chapter 3 unlocked. So what we're going to do is, if you're level 40, you can start at Chapter 3 directly. You don't have to do Chapter 1 and 2. Chapter 1 and 2 are filled with objectives that are a bit more catered towards new characters or new players. So these are a bit more like the more simple things we had, like buy an item from the vendor or deconstruct an item or these kind of things. We don't want to force you to have to go through that again because it's not super interesting when you're level 40. You've done that a few times. So when you're level 40 now, you can directly fast track to chapter 3 and start from chapter 3 because this is where the modifier gameplay really comes into play. So don't be surprised if you see both 1 and 3. You can start at 3, 1 and 2 are optional. You can do them, of course, for more XP, but you don't have to.
There are other exciting things that are coming. The stash space increase.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
But yes, there will be more stash space for hopefully most of you. So what we are doing with this season is that we've added a total of 100 extra slots to the stash. But, there's a but, it's basically 50 extra stash space if you own Warlords of New York and 50 if you own the year one pass that was released when the game launched and is still available. So it's connected to those ownerships. If you own both of them, as probably a vast majority of you do, you gain 100 extra space.
And now we can move on to seasonal gear. I want us to start with the Oxpecker. This is a new exotic SMG.
And this is a shield build SMG. It's really embracing that fantasy. So it's one that basically depletes your shield, but you can heal your shield by damaging NPCs. It's really for those tanky, in-your-face shield builds. One change we've made is one mod that was plus 15% headshot damage has now become plus 10 rounds. So the idea is bigger max size, less reloads, which was one of the feedback we got on PTS, that people tended to die maybe too often because they had to reload and therefore they couldn't regenerate their shield. So now you have bigger max size and hopefully have a less need to reload your weapon.
I'm mesmerized.
Yeah. Some just one note because I think it's important to say, but I don't know if that's the case here. I don't remember, but some of the gameplay footage we have here is
from the PTS, so
it's dated, so it might not reflect the right values.
Moving on to Exodus gloves.
Yep.
Very interesting gloves that gonna have different talent based on PvE or PvP. And the usage of it, but in both cases you will be able to drop a smoke bomb at your feet, either to conceal yourself from the enemies for 3 seconds. Yes, 3 seconds. And in PvP, same thing, but you will receive 100% pulse resistance and hide your nameplate for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Some feedback we got was on the core being blue, and some people questioned that. So the mindset we've taken in adjusting this one is we've made it more DPS friendly, basically. So the core from blue is now red. And also the attributes used to be crit chance and hazard protection, and now it's crit chance and crit damage.
Yeah, and also we have a new gear set called Refactor. And there were a few changes as well. It will now provide bonus armor, the backpack talent, up to 80% to your total armor. So it was actually increased twice because initially during the PTS it was at 40%. Also chest piece, 50% repairs to yourself, at 20% repairs to allies. But aside from the gear set, we also have the Shiny Monkey brand set. I don't think that there were any changes that actually followed after the PTS. So this is the third exotic of the season that will be available through the Climax mission. And the requirement is that it's 100% chance guaranteed drop if you beat the master difficulty, but you can also get it from beating any other difficulty. It's just the percentage is much lower.
And there's a few tweaks we've made. So this one is really about revives, and it's all for team play to when you help revive another player, which is situational, but it can be really useful in some of the tough content we have. A couple mentions of things that have changed. The revive speed is actually plus 100% now. And I think one bigger change we've made that was from PTS feedback is it also works with the hive now. So a Hive Revive will also be boosted by it.
I mean, let's talk about Season Pass. There is a lot of exciting things there as well, and George actually prepared a nice clip for us to look at some of the things that you will be able to get through the Season Pass. So these things are going to be available on the premium track, together with 9 gear dice, 9 weapon skins, 2 outfits, and 2 prestige arm patches. And you actually saw the 3 outfits on the video right now. It's because one of the outfits and one of the weapon skins are going to be available for free. So you do not necessarily need a premium pass to enjoy nice cosmetics. And once again, following the previous season's improvement, 600 premium credits also going to be available for all season pass owners.
There's a really cool detail for people who pay attention here. Right there.
Goggles.
So that's a small nerdy detail, but that's a change that you see with those outfits. If you look at those face masks that have those night goggles, the goggles actually go down when it's nighttime, and they go up when it's daytime.
There are a lot of really nice weapon skins available this time around as well.
And new colors. Oh, that green was nice.
I mean, of course, not everything is here in the video. It's just an example of what's coming. Events, finally! Yay! Thank you! For the first time ever, April's full day event. And I would not really go into detail and describe how it's going to work, but just be warned. Be prepared that something like that is coming very soon. We also going to have an array of different micro and global events. And as you can see, there are a few new things on the list here. For example, Shepherd XP event. And this is where you're gonna get XP boost by responding to distress calls from other agents. Yeah, we have a bunch of new ones. So we've been experimenting with this kind of events, as you know. We've had a XP boost event. We did the first expertise or proficiency event at the end of last season. We did a season pass XP event. Few new type of events that we're bringing, and we will do more of those. And yeah, Easter one. It's most likely going to be the project chain, where you would be able to get the named weapon and a skin. I do not really have all the details right now, but it's definitely a lot of seasonal things are planned for the upcoming few months. Yes. But I also mentioned that this time around we're going to have Twitch drops, and it's actually going to happen quite soon. Not tomorrow, a little bit later, because we wanted the Twitch drops to start in March, to celebrate, first of all, the expansion anniversary, and then, of course, the main game anniversary. Yes. So this is what you're going to have starting on March 3rd and ending on March 17th. You're going to have 2 weeks with different options to earn every week, depending on how long you're going to be watching the live streams. And actually talking about the anniversary, because it's March. And every year we get so surprised that it's another anniversary. Yay, this time around we're going to be celebrating the 6th anniversary. Can you imagine? Can you believe? We prepared a nice present anyway. Shade backpack. So what's peculiar about this specific backpack is that you're going to be able to showcase your shade level on this small monitor that you have on the backpack. That screen updates dynamically and is going to show your shade level. So that's a pretty cool new piece of tech that we're also playing around with. And that's the item that's going to be granted to everyone for free. We actually have more information to share. Now we're getting very serious, like news anchor mode. There are a few anti-cheat updates that we need to mention, and some of you might have already had issues with that during the PTS. And yes, we know that right now Steam Deck can be affected, as well as Linux. So this is more of a warning. Will Lexington return for those that didn't get it the first time around? So I cannot confirm it with certainty that that's going to happen tomorrow. No, but the team is discussing the ways to bring it back and have another round of distribution, so people who could not get it the first time will have a chance to also acquire it. But it's not in the general loot pool. So questions about the DLC? Nothing is planned to be announced today, but as we promised in the PTS livestream, we're gonna get back with more information very soon. Actually, there is something that we planned for the anniversary, and hopefully that we'll see you there. And more info is coming, just be on the lookout.